Wounded warrior babies. Let's get a message. I'm in the middle of heartbreak, so let me just ask if we could just switch this up, because I need somebody to talk to. And I'm really, I'm in some really painful energy. I don't know how to identify it. I don't know, because I talk about being in these situations and like asking for it, like a glutton for the lessons to gain the power from it. But it's like, I don't want any more power. I don't want any more lessons. But I was just, approached by my ex, who didn't resemble my ex, let's just say that. And he just made a request to get an item that he's given me back. And I'm gonna have to stand my ground and say, I'm sorry you gave this to me. It's got a bunch of my livelihood on it now, and I'm fairly certain I need it way more than you. I use it all day, every day. He uses it once a year. He's just trying to hurt me. Or is he answering some call because his information is in my possession and I need to get rid of that? And really, it was just a messenger trying to tell me, look, we gotta finalize this last item from the divorce. It's not to hurt you, it's because it's just, I mean, it's an iPad. I need to separate his information from it and mine. It's like I already knew I had to do that, but like for him to like ask for the whole iPad bag, it's like, okay, it's not, ultimately this is just one less thing we have to deal with. And if it's to just put in the last nail in a coffin through means of this interaction of him being like, no, I actually am here to close out a cycle by showing that I have no remorse or love or anything for you. And I'm trying to do this peacefully, but I don't love you. I don't know love. I'm here to destroy, but you have been privileged with a peaceful separation. I mean, it's not peaceful. I just choose to be calm in the moment. Like, I'll come back in my trailer and I'll scream about it, and cry for an hour. I just took a video down that was just me angry and screaming, and I was talking shit about my dad, so I took it down like... But I mean... It's not fair that I can't speak about the truth. Like, I think it's, you know, it's killing me just holding this inside. And so if it's going to kill me for letting it out, like it's going to kill me for keeping it in, then who cares if it kills me for letting it out? Instead of being like, I just want to say it really hurts me that my dad is against women. It really hurts me that he's against coloreds. Instead of screaming at the top of my lungs how he's such a piece of shit, I just have to say, it really hurts me. It really hurts me that I feel like I'm being set up to look like a crazy person. Everybody around me seems to be like just a little far gone as far as their direction or morals. It's like, I know I was in disguise for 40 years looking like a whole hot mess, disrespecting my vessel to death. But my intention has been guided so strongly in secret that I was in these places without a choice. I mean, the choice was like undercover work for like justice and the truth. Like, I had to go into the deep, dark dungeons and find some truth because of my family who lie to me and confuse me. How are you gonna hate a whole gender and then love just one of those? It's really fucked me up. And I'm tired of just acting like it's normal. But it was like, my dad is like my best friend. And he's the one that I could connect with on the deepest level. But it's like, I feel like he's hurt me on the deepest level. And I don't know. Sometimes I wonder if he did it on purpose. Because he hated it so much that I just don't know. There's too many secrets. And I need to talk to somebody. Like Dad. Maybe I just need to. I just need to talk to my dad. But I don't know if he will be him, because he doesn't remember things so conveniently. but yet he's learning a new language. Like, he's genius status. It's like, so I don't trust. This is not good. This will not work. This is not gonna work for somebody's mental health. The world won't. It's like, I just want to be happy. He said, this will be your biggest mistake. He said, he made reference to the movie Sleeping with the Enemy. And then I watched the movie enough. I'm not running. Besides, there's nowhere to go. I don't know how long it takes before you post a bunch of videos or, before you get any views. But I haven't had one yet, and I think it, it's like, I can't think about that, but I know my energy is valuable, and it's not gonna be because I'm not doing something right. If I don't get views, I feel like it's going to be because of some conspiracy that I'm just being targeted to be shut up. But it's like it's like they can't kill me, and I won't kill myself, but I can't speak, and so it's like, I guess, well, it's like, give them reason to kill me. I watched a video about how, certain movies have symbolism in them. Like on the movie Enough, when she finds her husband's pager, it's number 33, and then later on in the movie she catches a bus, it's bus number 33, and like there's a bunch of names throughout the movie where it adds up to the number 33, and like the 911 is in there a lot, and like mirrors and reflections, and it's like, whoa. Like, I don't even know how many countless movies probably do symbolism and get people all twacked out to study all the symbols everywhere and like get all lost in a conspiracy of who the knows. Conspiracy of who's the star and who's gonna save the world. I mean, I'm trying. Like, I really am like, if somebody could do it, like, I'm trying to do it. And I had to start with myself. And I went through the dark dumps of the homeless and addiction and just being cast out by even the homeless. Like, I got homeless and I was like, okay, well, at least there's other people homeless. But no, they're territorial and just as bad as anybody else when it comes to like, just being a civil neighbor. So it's like everybody's
just ultimately for themselves and survival. Like excuse me, I grew up with it felt like a lot of love, and now it's like, was I just in my head? Like, was it all just a false sense of security? Because I was a kid and I didn't have to do any, like, I was clearly being taken care of, so I felt safe. But now it's like, you know, I have this home. Oh my gosh, like, I wouldn't have been able to, I mean, when I was homeless, I was in such an energy of, I just had a lot of energy because I actually intentionally went there. This is what is very so misunderstood. I wanted to get rid of everything. I didn't end up homeless exactly the way I planned or thought would happen. Like, I didn't know to the extent or how far things I had to take to learn, you know, to find my fire, my soul. I didn't even know that's what I was doing. I was just like trying to prepare my soul for like death. And following a lot of scripture and it leading to some very powerful standoffs between, you know, even me and like God. Like I used to pray every day without fail and read all the time, like every day. This was for years. And just like a couple years ago I stopped praying and reading because of such very intense experiences that like I was mimicking these stories all too closely. It's like the human experience has been studied and dissected in so many different dynamics and cultures, and it's like we're just one big study. It's like why wouldn't we want to study love? I don't understand greed. I don't even understand how to take enough for myself that I deserve. But I'm learning. I've been holding my heart close while people who have betrayed me have been holding their money close. And the devil. I'd rather live in a tent with my true love than having the whole world and all the power and all the fame. And I was asked that, and I didn't even hesitate for a second. I just wanted love. But I also became a medium and a channel, and I had a little bit of a contract, like kind of made a deal, for the lack of terms. I never put this in words. It was like I made a deal with a lot of souls that were stuck, that through me they would be released or justified or avenged, not by me seeking down their actual story, but knowing that I would relive for them. I would live something in my own personal experience that would vindicate them because of the way I handled it, where they were not able to handle it in such a way to get their justice. And so I have this duty for justice before I can happily ever after. And I am not even sure, what that, if that's I've been told I don't have a match, and I don't know what to do with that other than, like all other possibilities, I have to entertain the fact that it is true. And if it is true, why? And the closest, strongest reason I can think of is that any potential matches have been taken out by a vibration meter reader. Sees two people that are vibrating at some sort of level that would resonate with me, and then they go take them out, or I don't know, because they wanted to be the last one standing. It's just one other thought I have to consider. We have all these movies about everything. It's I can't help but compare these movies that are reflecting my reality. And I'm like, who's mimicking who? And sometimes I feel like the movies are, honoring me, not mocking me. It's because I have to, I'd go insane if I thought everything was just mocking me. I can't sit in that. But I also can't sit in everything's in my honor. And so it's what is it? Is fucking the depth of the duality is not the way my mind can bend to see such drastic extremes of the spectrum of life in all areas. it's very exhausting holding all that information and energy of awareness to not be able to identify or possess or attach, to just be floating around. It's just, I'm so happy I have this home, but it feels like, you know, I live right by the ocean and I've had dreams where this place gets flooded, and so it's like, even now, having a place, finally, I still can't relax like I did as a child. And that's fine if I'm not supposed to, because I'm doing some in real service to some justice system, even if it's one that I'm making up. But if it's I'm just, I've been really rooted and attached to, like, a person, a place, a person or a place, or like the person and place, like being my mom, like at her place, my dad at his place, or my ex at their place. And so it's like, I've just always, this energy is unfamiliar. The being just non-attached, like a star just floating. Try to catch a shooting star. I don't know. I feel like, you know, I've seen a few people that look like they could possess a deep loyalty. Like, how do... You know, even if you find somebody that's ride or die, just so loyal. There's even movies that show, you know, when things really come down to it, they are constantly being betrayed by their own people or their commander, their right hand. And so it's hard for me to just be like, well, that's just the way of it. And then the Hunger Games, where they both were gonna eat the poison and die, but, you know, risking that they might be saved. It's like, I know we like to live on the edge and to feel life and death and taste it. But we need to recover too. It's like, I don't know. It's like, is it we don't even know who we're fighting and why. We just have a bunch of different possibilities. It's just so, it's not taught. What I'm about to say is not taught. And I don't know if this is, I don't know why it's so hard for me to say these things, but like, if my ex drove by, was not really my ex, but like his doppelganger or whoever else, his twin or clone brother, I don't know. Or just
the same person with multiple personality disorder, hard schizophrenia or psychotic mental, you know, because those people exist. Mental health is the majority of us. So it's like I have to research the avenues of why he could have done and said the things that he said to me, as if he was a child that was just sent to say a message, and his cold stare shouldn't be taken personally. Like they're all just a bunch of children testing their parent. But it's really a tyrant ruling the world, abusing power. It's like the movie The Mask, The Man in the Mask, where the bad king, the bad twin, abuses his power, and the mother that would be, and the mother has to just suffer because she can't, like, I feel like that mother in the movie The Man in the Iron Mask, who just has to watch as her babies hurt and stomp on other people. Like, I'm taking responsibility because like I said, when I went through my experience and became like a medium and made, like a connection with some souls, and we have like this deal, like, yo, you're gonna have to go balance some stuff out and ruffle some feathers, shake the tree, and weed out the bad ones or whatever. Like, I don't know how I'm supposed to go about this for these souls that need justice, but like, I'm fairly certain that the justice that they need is the same justice that the people in the 3D still need. So it's like, whether they can guide me to these places where justice will be served, or whether they just have to wait around until I get us through these, it's like, together. It's like, we're gonna get there together. It's like, we gotta take our time, because we have, we definitely can be really, 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 we can get really, really weak. Like, that's another movie with Will Smith, and he's like a drunk superhero, and his match, when they get together, they make each other weak. It's like, kryptonite. I have to recover. I have to go away and recharge. Nobody wants to hear about somebody complain. Nobody wants to hear somebody complaining. But I'm desperate for somebody to hear me. And so it's like, I'm just going to be putting all this energy out
And if I don't get any views, I'm just going to feel like nobody wants to hear the truth. They just want me to read the cards, so it'll make them feel better. But that's what I'm saying. I'm trying to help me while helping the souls that need justice, is simultaneously helping whoever might just stick with this message, because there are so many treasures to be revealed under the umbrella of truth. Under the umbrella of the star, which is healing, wish fulfillment, the humanitarian. Love conquers all energy. And this greedy energy to money sometimes it's not greed, it's just a game, or somebody's programming, or maybe they're really good at making money and it's actually fun. It doesn't make it greed, and the only power that they have is through their possessions. And so if they own the land that you are renting off of, that's a pretty energizing power to have, even if it's not from love. I mean, you can... little do they know, they can have both. You can have the land and love. Unless you're nasty and actually can't. You're not allowed and you're gross. And I don't know. My ex has a dog that reflects a very loving spirit. The cold cutoff game is not necessarily to hurt me, but to protect themselves. But when they're really wealthy, then it's clearly not out of survival for them. Unless they're doing some things, I don't fucking know, and they need to be nervous. Like, I don't know, people really set themselves up when they have things to hide. It reflects in other ways, in other things. Like, you confuse yourself. You have one little thing to hide, and you feel like you have to hide everything. It's not good. It's not a good way to be. And then you lash out and do things just to protect yourself out of survival, even if it hurts somebody else that is actually only just trying to help. But, only trying to help might mean ending them. Because saving the world, or whatever sort of mission of justice I'm on, they might be on the other side of it. Like, I have to just walk around just serving people justice, like, to people who are in, like judges or police officers. They have to deal with like real scum. And it's like, I signed up to deal with this spiritual scum. Oh, I mean, I'll put in some time, but I'm not gonna be doing this shit. No. Like, I gotta be so discerning. Like, I never had the opportunity to be so discerning because I never had my own place. But even now, it's like, I pay rent to the one that tugged on my actual heart, So it's like, that affects the security of my heart and my physical security. Like, if he just wanted to hurt me, I mean, legally you can't just like, like, we got rights, but like, why would somebody want to hurt? Yeah, I just said, like, because I serve justice, and if he's on the wrong side, it's not like he can't come to the right side. But if he feels like that's not a possibility, he'll just keep digging himself a bigger hole. And if I'm attached to any of it, he's gonna take me down or something. Like, I gotta just like keep telling myself these things over and over, and like, because my psyche, my sanity is at stake. This is the Wounded Warrior card right underneath the star. I mean, thank goodness for YouTube, but like, it was just threatened to be taken from me earlier because I don't have a phone yet. Like, this is my livelihood, and I ordered a phone, but I have to return it, and my mom said she'll send me her old one. Bless her heart. So, I mean, I'll be okay. Like, she said it might even be here tomorrow. And like, maybe my affidavit from my car registration will go through tomorrow too, so I can have a phone and a car tomorrow, like, potentially. So it's like, my livelihood and my car and my phone, they're all just, those are three really heavy things to be like on top of a breakup and the instability of living here. It's just, yesterday I was feeling high as a kite because I thought everything was going fine, and then it's like these things, it's like, when do we get to relax? When does our soul get to rest? When we die? Is this gonna go on until I die? Pain. It's like I already paid for people's sins, and now I gotta go justify all the ones that they sinned against. Like, that's a lot to take on. I just need a little love in between times, because like, the readers that I be reading, they talk bad about karmics, or like, like, there's the karmic is suffering and their life went to shit now that you're not, like, I don't like hearing that. It hurts me. Like, if they're I was already there to help them. There's going to be more pain now that they kicked me out, possibly for some part that I deserve or whatever. It's just, I just want to be clean of everything, everyone, all the energies. I mean, I feel like finding a it's like I can't even connect with you guys peacefully because of all the trolls. It's like keeping the possibility of a happily ever after sort of existence alive. Like, if that's only going to ever hurt you by keeping some sort of hope alive, that then, I mean, that's fine. I can let go of the hope. I can just fight and become just a bloodthirsty warrior. If there's just no hope, fine, let's go out and with blood or whatever. But since there seems to be a lot of hope, then we can't, well, then we have to fight with love. And it's like, treat, older men, emperor, leader of many people that are, just treat them like they're just a child that doesn't know, never been taught how to really do it the right way. Again, like the man in the iron mask who just breaks his mother's heart because he's just a tyrant, jealous, sent the one guy who sent the one guy to the front line that was a threat, or that had a girl that he just wanted to fuck. Like, the petty to ruin generations and generations of a bloodline just because a king wanted to get laid. It's like this kind of thing happens. Like, all the movies depict such disturbing scenarios, and it's like I've lived through so much of it in reality that I know that it's all depicting some sort of truth. I mean, there's no movies about heaven. They're all about the hope of a heaven, or, of a hell. I mean, there is the what dreams may come, but even then it was kind of like someone just lost in a dream or something, right? Or I forget, but at least it depicted heaven a little bit. I can imagine a heaven on earth. I felt it like yesterday, and like just a drastic change from feeling like a star to just all the way wounded. Excuse me. I just have to trust that these conversations will be, for me, what I hope and need, knowing that it will be and need what it needs to be for you guys as well, which is just a kindred spirit that's been through some things, that is trying to be super strong with no real help, and a past where I just want to go get a drink, but I won't. It's like, this is an AA meeting, this is a therapy meeting, this is a encouraging life coach meeting. It's like all the things, but I need this too. Taking action, making a plan, and going for it. I just turn the camera on, and I'm actually like, gosh, I wouldn't really want to sit through listening to somebody talk like this. But like, if it's somebody that I had been watching a long time and they're usually happy, and then they had a video like this, I probably actually would watch, because I would understand. I made a video a few days ago of me screaming and crying, and I rewatched it, and it made me cry. It's like I made myself emotional, like, because the passion, like, so I feel like if you guys are anything like me, that it will strike a chord, and you'll be resonating with the pain that the warriors of the spiritual fight experience. The magician. He has everything he needs to hit the target. It looks like the eyes are on the target, locked in. And if you've ever seen a cheetah lock in on a target and start running, ooh, majestic. Oh, I just feel so much better all of a sudden. Don't forget the target. Justice. We want to go to bed early and drink ourselves to death. But what if we did our workout like we do every day instead, and brush our teeth, and take a shower? I need to take a shower. I'm gonna feel so much better. I'm saying, like, not just for me, but now I get to have reason because of you guys. I want to take a shower as if I were going to actually go to work, It's like a spiritual bath is me going to work, so I can come and talk about it, or come be in the spirit that's better because of it. And that's why I'm going to do these videos, to showcase the drastic duality of spiritual warfare. And the love and the hate, and how all is fair in love and war. All is fair with love and war. So if an evil, tyrannical king falls in love with another king's woman, it's all is fair in love and war. Again, like the movie Troy. One king takes another king's woman, and the whole fucking countries are against each other, and you know, one of the princes dies. It's like, this is what we're dealing with. Our rulers are needing an upgrade in their abilities of compassion. Compassion for how can we get, I mean, at the end of the movie, the man in the iron mask, when the bad one has to go into the iron mask, like, of course it's going to be torture, and he's going to hate it, but like, how do we get him to not be, like, instead of just punishing and torturing, how do we just enlighten and shift perspective to a better, because you know, he might suffer and be tortured the rest of his days and have no remorse. Like, if you took him out of it and let him rule again, he'd just make sure that that never happened again and go, like, how do you know who's going to change their mind for the betterment of everyone, or who are the ones that just never will and just need to be removed? It's like, who holds the tool to scan our vibrations? Like another movie, Minority Report. Those oracles can predict who's about to make a crime. It's like, can you scan somebody's energy in their brain who's conjuring up really bad plans? Like, the energy signature within the human body, depending on the mode of what it's trying to detect, can probably have endless detections of endless personalities. It's like, the depth of everything is never ending. So it's just exhausting, just going round and round. I just want to team up with the ones that are all tuned to love and coming up with ways to help secure those who are just trying to uplift and secure the future of the earth above all. I don't know. What if there's a bunch of earths out there and there's so plenty and we're just slaves in fear because we think that we're running out of water, or all the things that they say. Like, there are shifts. Like, yeah, there's gonna be natural disasters and whatever, but it's like, I don't know. I just don't want to fight with somebody that is trying to resist truth. Like, I want to debate with somebody that is on the same trajectory of just enlightenment in general. Number 3, Trinity. Balancing decisions, priorities, adapting to change. The Holy Trinity. It's like having your inner child and your adult present energy and your your elderly wisdom all in one vessel. Or it can mean the body, the mind, and the soul, or the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. There's a bunch of different identities that can go within the 3, and they can all actually be true. Like, I don't know for sure what I'm trying to say, but like, I know within me, like, I'm a Gemini Taurus cusp, so I have the twins and the bull. It's like there's 3 energies in me that all want to have a say. And all 3 of those energies have inner children and ancestors that also want to say. So there's like 3, 6, 9. There's like 9. Well, it's really like it's really somehow the 144 because of the pi. I'm not going to get into all of it right now. I'm already going over an hour, but like, to have all of so many characters or personalities or energies individually so highly developed within one vessel, priorities, adapting to change. It's like, it's just a lot of energies. Having different motives in the same vessel is kind of creates a problem. Like, we need to figure out who's gonna be, taking the wheel, and where are they taking us, and why. And it'd be nice to know how long it would be gonna take. But in order for our opposition, our opponents, our ops, to not get a one-up on us, we can't even know ourselves what we're gonna do next. So it's like, to lean into the mystery of it when we just want to attach to some reality, to put our roots down and just go back asleep. Man. But we're not. We can't just roll over. I mean, we didn't clean our vessel and our home and our connections for no reason. Like, we're in a position of some real power, being healthy with our own place, with a message. Like, we're fit. And hopefully I can say we're stable within a few months, because I really just, I need to just work for myself. Cassette. Outdated thinking, conditioning, replaying events over in your head. I feel like a broken record. You know, I just can't wait to be like, oh, we got some views. Like, yeah, we're actually doing the thing. Oh, we got our first check. Acts, breakup, separations, stop the patterns, silent treatment, abandonment. Yeah, we got broke up with. And it just also was like a broken record. But during this breakup and separation, like, look what we were able to accomplish. I mean, you can't really see anything, but we know it's true. We've been exercising, eating right, sleeping consistently, not doing drugs, not drinking, going on our walks, making our videos, trying to remain really positive, you know, making small connections with the people in the community. Like, we're trying to do all the things, and then we just get shit on by the most powerful person in our life. It's just like, fuck. So we're just gonna go with, it was just a doppelganger controlled by a kid up in the moon. I just wanted to be like, we need to fix, you know, like, you got too much information of his on your laptop. We need to, like, get you your own laptop. Like, that's kind of what I'm like, we're just gonna go with that instead of, like, he just wants to destroy everything. I'm just trying to make a living and he wants to destroy it. Like, even if it is that, I still gotta be like, oh, he really just resembles a child, like, in control of some sort of avatar up in the moon, being a kid that just told what to do and doesn't even know that we have a history. Like, I don't know. It sucks. The snake. Competition, enemy, clever, malicious, look over your shoulder. The other woman. I don't know. I mean, like, I seen a snake spirit sleeping with the snake spirit. I just don't know. Sometimes I'm like, was that my spirit or theirs? Because we're both right there. Like, it was, I'm gonna go with it was theirs, but, like, it's like, it's their spirit, but, like, it's like I was like the snake charmer, if you want to put it like that, because, like, I wasn't scared of the spirit I saw. I knew it was, like, up to no good, but, like, I'm like, all right, just do whatever you're gonna do, because I got things to do too. I don't know. It's whatever. It's just, like I said, if keeping these messages inside me is killing me, why would I care if getting them out in the open would kill me? Like, either way, we're about to die. Something's changing. Pluto and Aquarius. Chill. I saw a shift in people's actual eyeballs. Like, oh. Separation. Sadness, missing you, thinking about you, yearning, unsure of future. Yeah, I don't know who I'm yearning for. Very unsure of the future. Girl talk. This would be ideal. Like, I've been around a friend who's like, I'm just so tired of all the talking. I mean, pretty sure there was a lot of drugs around that make you talk, but you know, I can go both ways. I can be not talking and be just fine, but it gets to a certain point where, like, enough, like, Twilight events happen, like, you might not be able to hold it in. Again, if it's gonna kill you inside, why care if it kills you if you speak it? Self-indulgent, focus on self, self-worth, time to heal, shadow work, and self-appreciation. Well, we're gonna definitely keep reading. Like, these cards have been saving our energy. Like, I said this earlier, like, we used to read the Bible and pray every day, and you know, that's what was saved us. Like, it's still, we don't not read it because we're against it. We not read it because it just reflects us to the T. We don't need to. Like, yeah. So, you know, I don't know if there's going to be a day where I don't have to read the cards, but that day is not here. And when that day comes, I foresee me then being a channel for, you know, just other random scenarios that I can read that don't necessarily reflect what I'm going through. I mean, it's all going to reflect probably something that I've gone through, for sure, but no, it doesn't have to be so like, if I finally get to some sort of happily ever after, like, blessed, then yeah, that's the only time that I would just start channeling for fun for you guys, or like for like other people. I don't know, you know what I'm trying to say. I'm just like, I feel like sometimes, you know, we're just totally tripped up by the trickster because they're bored, and like, they know that we're bored and it's time for a shake-up. It's like, how closely does the devil and the angels work together, and what are they working on, and like, how long do they work on it before they change, and like, what the hell? I don't know. But we've been reassigned to ourselves and you guys. I mean, we're still dealing with some things, but well, I do feel a little better. Change. It is a, as I said, that 55, it is a number 5 day, It's a 5-day and a 5. It's like a double 5-day because like it's the 23rd, which is a 5, but like it's 1/23/2024, which also adds up to a 5, and that happens. That's been happening this whole year. We're having double digits line up the day and the whole year, the day and the year. So it's a 5/5 day. Yesterday was 11. Ooh, yesterday was 11/11. Yeah, these. It's like this. It's like the numbers. It's like it's all coming back to like a singular. Everything's like shh. And I can't help but think sometimes I'm that singular energy sucking it all back in. Like when I die, everything else dies. But like when I die, everything else to me does die, right? I don't know. So I don't know. I've walked through a very death-like, resembling death-like experience and came out, you know, a little scathed, but like still there. Still be. So we're alchemizing all the different reasons why people are doing the things to us that they're doing. Like if it's for some sort of higher purpose, for like the final battle of the war of every war, like the final, whatever. It's like we can't be distracted by the desire to fall in love. Like if that's our weakness, then they've been playing on that so well. It's like the father hires a prospect. It's like my dad maybe, but like the the God energy, like the father energy, whether it's my dad or somebody's hiring prospects that might be a lover of mine, just to like, they say, all right, we'll give you $50,000 if you don't fall in love with her, and when you can, the best way you can break her heart. And I feel like, well, clearly, if this is true, because right now it's just in my head, like I'm like, what the hell? Like people must be paid to hurt me. This is ridiculous. Who wouldn't want this love? But if we're on a whole nother paradigm of like some obsolete battle of some sort of war that these people are still fighting, but like in some other existence, the war that they're fighting has been resolved, so we can just take from that, the other culture that resolved it, and like apply it and just fucking find the peace. Like, why can't we find the peace? Well, because of the ones who have to pay. We can't save them, and we just, it's like by them being taken away and locked up in eternal torture because they tried to eternally keep us in some sort of torture, it's like we suffer with them. So it's like it doesn't feel good that they're getting their eternal punishment. It's just like we're going to sit there and suffer with them. So it's like we just suffer with them forever because we can't just like let them go. Like how can I just act like that they're not sitting there suffering forever? Like nobody wants to heal. Like we don't have a new plan of like because it's not fair that it affects the ones that didn't deserve suffering to like suffer over other people's suffering. Like how do we why do we care? It's because we see both sides of the spectrum. And we see the way of salvation, that they just need to just act right and fucking confess or acknowledge that we're not the victim of their projections. The fuck? Alright, so I feel better. Like, yeah, I feel better. We're just in the middle of change, and change hurt. Like, change is necessary, and sometimes it can hurt. So says some oracle. Alright, I guess I'm gonna leave it right there. Transmuted enough frustration, and we're just gonna lean into the mystery of it all. Go take a bath and brush our teeth, and just be prepared. All right. Thank you for keeping this BS active.